Welcome back to day 7 of the free to play guide. Today's relatively chill day. I'm actually, going to rank up my Night Eater using one of the cards we get. If you want to know if that's like the best plan, maybe check ahead a couple videos. But I want to push some of the content, so that's what I'm planning on doing. Today's also a nice day. You get the 5,000 gems, so tons of points there. Obviously, today's the last day for these first 7 tasks, so go back and check. Make sure you've cleared what you can to not miss out on any rewards. Grabbing this card. Same with the today's task challenges. You can see I haven't done a couple of these. So like upgrade 1 3-star artifact, level 30 codex, and clear this. Some of them aren't that easy to get. You'd have to use a lot of resources to do it. And the resources being like your abyss points potentially to like rank it up. So I'm not going to go for all of those. Just make sure you're not missing out on anything too easy. And still planning on just doing the free pulls for now. If anything changes, obviously, I'll throw it in the comments. But yeah, let me go ahead and grab my Night Eater. Before I do that, I guess I'll just pull everything. Maybe I get lucky and get her. That's a nice little core hero. Not that I'll be using her. I'll get a free pull. And if in the past videos where we pulled, today could be a day like where I'd pull down, but since I used all my free pulls earlier and already hit Saint, it's not really ideal for me to waste that many gems right now, especially not knowing how hard the next content's going to be. Just pull these down. Maybe we can get a good core champ. Oh, double gold, double gold. What are we getting? Phoenix. The Eternal Flame Phoenix, yeah. We already have one, so we could 8-star him. Well, like I said before, not really useful now at this point. Definitely a good hero like the first day or two. And we are closing in on the last card as well. We could really push it if we wanted to. We're really not that far. Rank up our Night Eater. And like I said, you could check later videos in case if you want to see my ultimate opinion if it was worth it. This is what I did in all my other ones, but it was used before to clear the second coronet. But now that these events have changed, obviously it's slightly different early game. So let me rank her up real quick. And this is that talisman I never even used yesterday that I was going for. Counterattack and Reflect. Not the craziest ones, but definitely not the worst. Still need one more star if we want to get that. Not a big deal. At this point, we might be better off going for putting our best gear on Night Eater, but we can check some of the damage meters first. One thing to note, I think my guild is slowly not having, it has some active members, but a lot of inactive members. So the leader in this guild, if you're a leader or if you're an officer, make sure that if you start to see people get, you can set your parameters, but like, especially early game, 2 days, these people are probably not coming back. They might have just been super busy at one day. But once you're getting beyond one day, especially in the early game, the first 14 days of the new server, it's really not a great position because it's a low chance they're probably coming back. So if you're in a guild like this, you can always try and check guilds and see if there's any room. So it looks like, this one has a lot of active members and 4 slots. So, at this point, I could just try and hop over. Before I do, I'm actually going to get these 10 books of truth. You should be able to have this either by the end of today or already, depending upon how well you did in guild battles. My guild lost both battles, so it's not too hard at this point if you've had 2 guild battles to have that. And I'll just leave the guild too while I'm at it and see if I can join the top one. So I'm obviously going to have to apply. Oh, and they just have it entry. So sometimes you'll have to wait for a response, but that's great. And I actually get these rewards and another attempt here. They must be already at 2 attacks. Yeah, so throw my second team in, which is just going to be whatever I can, honestly. I expect low damage here. But more gems, right? More diamonds. With that, those 10 books of truth, I used to in the past say wait for this one to get the breakthrough. I think it's going to be better now just for this because it seems like those final bosses do a ton of damage. So this might help a little bit. It's a little bit of damage reduction, not much at all. So don't expect it to keep you alive. It's just a little nice benefit here. Yesterday we were able to get top 10, which was the 80 fragments. So we can go do that now. You would be able to get the same amount of coronet fragments if you were to top 10%. which should give us 2 of the stars. So the first star up gives us what? Another 3% PvE increase in damage. The second one gives us another 2, so up to 8%. So we're only missing out on 2% from the top. Not that massive of a jump. The big thing, like I talked about before, if you're 1 star, no stars, it's just having the coronet. The coronet, once you complete it, gives you 100% bonus to all the stats, so it's super big just to have them. Now that we've gone through all that, gotten our Night Eater upgraded, should have no problem getting through the Abyss. Just going to slap that. Same with team mode. We're on solo mode, so it's definitely going to be a lot easier. I should be able to get through this tower now much easier as well. So let's see how it looks. Yeah, just instantly jumping right up. And I'll just fast forward, just climb as far as I can. All right. So we got up to floor 480 right before that. Bunch of new upgrades here. So let's grab all this real quick. We can throw it on our heroes as well. Forgot to collect all the Dragon Spine Rally rewards. So here you should have finished them all. And where are we at in the standings? Rank 34, which is a pretty good spot to be in. Obviously, you want to be in top 20, where you get this extra Spirit Symphony. But you still get a treasure here if you don't make it top 20. So nothing to stress about there. Let's hop over to the items, though. So once you get that item right here, it's another codex. It's actually a little bit higher level than the ones you currently have. And looking at how intense the boss fights are now, I'm thinking Phoenix Song might be the best one to go for, because when you resurrect teammates, it adds invincibility to all targets resurrected for the first time. So it might be able to buy you an extra round or two. In the past, I went for Stone Ward. They're all relatively the same, but you're going to be getting a damage dealer codex tomorrow, unless something changes. There should be the first flywheel event, so you don't need to worry about your damage dealer. So we're going to grab this for our support. At least that's my plan. It's up in the Star Vault now. It used to be in the Arcane Barrier. And collect your orbs there, and then go to the library and make sure you have it embedded in there, because if you see 5% crit rate is pretty massive, right? So don't miss it on those stats. Gonna make you hit a lot harder. And I'm just gonna throw that on Saint right now. You could put it on Lord of Time. Either one is fine. I don't think I have anything to rank it up either. I could swap the stats over, but I'm gonna keep the stats on the damage dealer. For now, what was over here? Oh, and another big thing I almost missed out on is we get a ton of more stats here. It's a good thing I checked in here. Ranking up this is massive, so make sure you get one. You can claim that. Clearly, you should be able to get it today, because we're right on the money at 18,000. So you should be around it. If you're real close, I would recommend going into the Dragon Spine Tower if you're really close, and potentially just pick up these first. Like, I'll grab it now so you can pull those. Also, if you're depending upon how close, these scrolls are not bad value. Way cheaper than buying them from gems in the actual area. But make sure, obviously, as you're clearing more content right here, pushing down the tower, you'll get scrolls. So don't rush and spend your diamonds there. But showing you where it is right real quick, obviously, look at how much stats we're going to be gaining. It's 240,000 HP for every hero and 9,600 attack. So it's pretty massive. Counts to be 147,000 overall player power. So as you can see, we've jumped up quite a bit now. So now I'm going to try and just push up the memory corridor now that we have some upgrades specifically to our team, because these require the 7-round limit. So you probably experienced it not being able to clear it. And it's just because we're lacking damage. So hopefully now with Night Eater being 8-star, should be no problem. Yep, and that was no problem. I'm actually just going to jump ahead for you, not have you watch all of the fights, and if I do get stuck somewhere, then I'll bring it back. One quick tip for the new event, Mass Ascension, that just popped up. This event is not retroactive, meaning that obviously you have some 10 stars by now, probably with Lord of Time. But what you can do is just backtrack if you have some backtracks you're willing to spare. They do reset once a week on Sundays, and I have 5 out of 5 right now, so I can just backtrack my Lord of Time and then re-rank her up. I'll fast forward through the ranking up process. It does take a minute because you got to just go through every single one again and ranking them all up. So let's just do that real fast. All right, and there we go. We got her back up to 10 star. Obviously, make sure you level her back up, throw the equipment on, because she's not going to be wearing anything in level 1. Fortunately, it's pretty quick with the quick equip. Hardest thing will be just remembering maybe what you had on her. I think I had Earth in and maybe Vigor. Honestly, doesn't matter too much for her. But that will allow us to obviously go over here, go to the Mass Ascension, and scoop up those rewards, the 9 star and the 10 star. And you can do this again for another one that's not 9 star if you wanted to. It's not that big of a deal in my opinion, because you're going to probably get another 9 star within the next couple of days, and that's not really make or break it. It's going to be really random. But obviously, those items are pretty big. You can just throw them on whoever to make them a little bit tankier and more damage. There were other ones here that I had grabbed up earlier. And then you can check out that new talisman you got. So we got Berserk and Shredder. Not the greatest. May reforge those like once or twice. Right now I have Fury and Immoral, which obviously more crit early on. So I was hoping to try and see if I could get to level 54 before the end of day 7. But I was really busy and didn't get to check in. I checked in an hour before reset, and I was about this experience. If I collect now, I would hit level 54, but we're already into day 8. There is a chance that you could go, if you hit level 54, go to the memory corridors. You would actually get 3 more that open up, this one, and the Eternal Flame, and that would give you 9 more of the elemental summons. That plus, buying the tower support and, going through arena, you have the chance of potentially getting Empress on day 7 if you really want to push for it. And, climbing up the tower. We were able to get place 30 in here, which is pretty good with no Empress, and only the 8 star Night Eater. So this is where you roughly should be power wise at the end of day 7. I know it was a pretty chill day, and thanks for watching. And tomorrow I'll have day 8. As you can see, there is the Codex Carnival and stuff coming up, so I'll jump into that tomorrow. See you then.